Welcome to Socialmatica. We provide data insights that yield high-value influencers and audiences. A social media search application with people, companies, and topics that relate to one another. Rank-ordered lists of influence in any context, and a place where guessing is not allowed. Social marketing simplified. Welcome to Socialmatica. In this tutorial, we're going to be showing you how to set up a Twitter channel. Now, since most of you probably know how to set up a new service like Twitter by entering your name, email, and password and going through the sign-up process, what we're actually going to focus on is how to actually set up the channel inside of the application once you've already signed up. So I'm going to go ahead and log in and then show you my interface. Now, before I jump too far into the Twitter application itself, let me tell you a little bit about it. Twitter is mostly like texting, only on the internet. It's a real-time communication application. What most people use it for is to seed information or release information about themselves, or use it as a public communication application to talk to their followers about real-time updates or status updates that they may be interested in. In the main interface, there are a couple of things that you should be interested in. First, there's the timeline, there's @mentions, retweets, searches, and lists. I'm going to describe them in detail. The timeline is just what it sounds like. It's the public timeline of the tweets of the people that you follow. I happen to be following about 496 people, so every time they tweet something, it'll show up in my timeline. Mentions are when any Twitter user on Twitter mentions your name, and they can do so with the designation of the @ symbol. So you may see something like this. That would mention me in a timeline. The next item is retweets. Retweets are designated with an RT and can be done so inside the application. I'll show you how to do that, or by prepending any message with an RT. If you prepend a message with RT and mention someone, the assumption is that you're retweeting their message. This functionality is built into Twitter, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. But conceptually, that's how it works. The searches function gives us the ability to search for a specific topic or trend or hashtag and then save that search for future use. Lists are also interesting because it gives us the ability to segment users into a list. For instance, if I wanted to focus on marketing bloggers, then I could set up a list of people that only contained marketing bloggers. This helps me break down mini trends within the overarching trend of what's going on in Twitter itself. It also helps me build a list of people that maybe I want to influence or that perhaps influence me. And so segmenting them this way gives me an easy way to always stay up to date on what they're doing. Now, as I said before, I would show you how to retweet and create mentions within the application. So, for instance, let's find something that's somewhat interesting. Check out this awesome lineup at Word of Mouth Marketing Association event in Las Vegas. Now, I can favorite this, or I can retweet it, or I can reply. Now, a reply will automatically mention somebody, just so you know. But it's not the only way I have to be able to do it. So Ekaterina is somebody that I know, so I can retweet this just simply by going click retweet. Okay, and then it'll ask me if I want to retweet it to my followers, and I can click retweet. Now, in some applications, I can actually edit this retweet before it goes out. But in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and retweet it like that. I can actually also just reply or mention Ekaterina by hitting reply. My tweet to Ekaterina has been sent. A couple of other things to think about from your overall network perspective is a couple rules. One rule: within Twitter, you can't follow more than 2,000 people unless you have 2,000 people following you. This rule was created as a result of the follow me strategy, which essentially creates the idea of following people repetitively to get them to follow you. It's a way to game the Twitter tool. If you see people following you consistently and unfollowing you and then following you back, they're trying to game up their actual followers. So, this is the number of people that you're following. This is the number of people that are following you. This is the number of tweets that you've actually sent out. These are some of the statistics that Twitter uses to assign your rank within Twitter, and then some other applications outside of Twitter will use to assign your rank or your relative influence. Let's look at our specific profile so that we can actually set it up. Here you see my account information. You can actually protect your tweets so that only people who you approve can actually follow your tweets. You would use this in some cases where you wanted to use Twitter for more private means. I suggest that you always use HTTPS. You can add a location to your tweets, and this is helpful for certain applications. You can change your password. You can enable your mobile phone to do Twitter with text messaging. You can change your notification settings. You can update your profile with a different picture or where you're located in your website. You can add a bio, which only allows you 160 characters. And then you can automatically post your tweets to Facebook. Twitter allows you to select a theme or create different background images. And you can also tell Twitter what applications it has access to and manage that here. All of these applications do something in or through the use of Twitter information, and so if you ever want to revoke access, this is where you would do that. You always grant access to these applications inside the application themselves. That is, Klout.com was granted access to Twitter from Klout. You don't grant access to Twitter from Twitter. It's always from the application of origin. You can revoke access in Twitter, though. And that's Twitter. Pretty simple. A couple of other things to keep in mind. Hashtags. Think of hashtags like ideas, and they give people in Twitter the ability to trend an idea. So if my idea was pancakes, then the number of people that tweeted pancakes as a hashtag would influence how much that hashtag trended. You can, of course, subscribe to the hashtag so that you can see the conversations that occur around pancakes. I hope that was helpful. Thank you for listening. Visit Socialmatica.com to learn more.